Hi LEGO fans! Whether you love them or hate them, Brickheads aren't going away anytime soon. These brick-built treasures were introduced at Comic-Con events in 2016 and made it into the mainstream in 2017 with the introduction of Brickheadz Series 1. Since then, LEGO seem to have completely dropped the series bit, but continue to bestow these little treasures on us from time to time. And one thing I've always been tempted to do when picking up Brickheads is to grab an extra couple and start making my own creations. But finally in April 2018, LEGO have made this really easy for us. So today I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing set number 41597, Go Brick Me from LEGO Brickheadz. The first thing you'll notice about this set is that the box is much bigger than standard Brickheadz boxes. The other thing you'll notice is the part count. With 708 pieces, this is roughly 5 or 6 times the number of parts you'd find in the average Brickhead. Usually we'd get a bunch of parts that come together to make a specific character. This set is very different. What we're actually getting is a make-your-own Brickheadz construction kit. This comes with LEGO elements in different skin tones, elements to make different hairstyles, and a bunch of different accessories, so you can literally go brick yourself. In the past, LEGO hasn't had a great reputation for making minifigures with different racial backgrounds, so it's really nice to see LEGO making a conscious effort to create a set that will appeal to people of different backgrounds, even redheads. The back of the box shows some of the designs that can be achieved with the bricks within. We've got Brickheads with various skin colours, hairstyles and accessories. Of course this isn't perfect and you may find yourself having to dip into your own parts collection to achieve that vision you have in your head. One thing this set doesn't seem to necessarily do is to embrace differently abled people. For example, there are no parts in here to build a wheelchair. Speaking of parts, let's get this thing open and see what we've got inside. Here's everything I found inside the box. We've got 7 bags of LEGO and only one of those is numbered. The first bag has a special purpose and we'll come to that in just a moment. We also get a bag that seems to contain various skin tones, yellow pieces for blonde creations, elements for brown-haired Brickheads and black-haired Brickheads, and some slightly too orange pieces presumably designed for redheads. We also get a bag of multicoloured pieces presumably for making clothes, and a selection of accessories. There's also a sticker sheet in case you feel the need to add decoration. And finally, an 82-page instruction manual. This isn't your ordinary LEGO set where you follow the instructions and make a model. And as you'd expect, the instruction manual is a little bit different too. Bag number 1 creates your vanilla Brickhead, which shows you how to go about making the core. And all of the other bags include different elements to make up the body and face, so you can customize your Brickhead to however you want it to be. Once you've learned the fundamentals of Brickhead building, it's time to move on to the cool stuff. The manual gives you step-by-step instructions on how to make different body types, different faces and hairstyles, and how to use those accessories, and finishes up with some inspiration. Before we can build anything, we've got to take all of this LEGO out of the bags. Having a tray, mixing bowl, or something else to put your LEGO in is definitely recommended. That's definitely a good selection of parts and I can't wait to get building. I'm going to go ahead and put together the vanilla Brickhead first so you can see how the core construction works. This is going to be a 25-second speed build and then we're going to start building some cool stuff. So this is the starter Brickhead, and apart from throwing out the white balance on my camera, he serves 2 purposes. Firstly, we've got a blank canvas as a jumping off point for creating our first custom Brickhead. And secondly, it teaches us how to build the core Brickhead model. Pretty much as soon as you've built this guy, you're going to want to start taking him apart. And I'm already getting some creative ideas. We could turn him into a mummy complete with glow-in-the-dark eyes. Important note, those glow-in-the-dark eyes don't come with the Go Brick Me set. I just happen to have those in my parts collection and I thought it would be fun to show off. But what else could we do? If you've got some other Brickheads in your collection, you can recycle parts from those. Hey look, it's an albino Lloyd. I don't think Lloyd is too impressed by this game. And to be honest, Go Brick Me isn't about swapping out eyes and weapons. It's about building cool creative MOCs. So let's go ahead and make some cool Brickheads. Getting started is always the trickiest part, but thankfully there are loads of suggestions and some step-by-step builds for you to follow in the instruction manual. Each Go Brick Me set has enough parts to make 2 brickheads. So I got 2 of these sets and we thought it would be a good idea to make brickheads of all the family to start out. Let's take a quick look at those and then we're going to move on to some celebrity brickheads. This is my daughter Megan's brickhead and she used design techniques mostly out of the instruction manual. Very interesting that she's wearing a dress because she usually refuses to do so. Megan has long blonde hair and she was able to find a hairstyle very easily that suited her brickhead. She chose to use the microphone accessory because she loves singing. In fact, she likes singing a little bit more than we like listening to her. No, I'm only kidding, she's great. I really like the way the hair's put together. There's lots of sculpting and layering. You can easily recreate this hairstyle in black, brown or red. There's even a ponytail at the back complete with hairband, and you could easily swap that out for different colours. The ponytail flows about halfway down the back, but you could easily reconfigure this so that the hair just hangs straight, or maybe even put it up in a bun on the back of the head. As with most brickheads, we get clips for hands, and that makes it really easy for them to hold the accessories. It's really easy to customise these brickheads. So if you want to add extra decoration such as a tiara, or even have flames coming out of your ears, you can do whatever you want. This is the brickhead built by my son Reese, and he decided to build himself wearing his jiu-jitsu gi. His brickhead is a little bit taller than the other members of the family, and that's because he is the tallest member of the family. Long hair is something we all embrace in the Herbert household. Well, when you play with Lego at the weekend, you can afford to be a little bit unconventional. Again, there's some really nice sculpted detail in the hair. One thing I really like about the brickheads is despite the simplicity of the build, you can really go to town with the detailing in the hair. No accessories this time, just the usual clips for hands. And that's perfect because in jiu-jitsu, your hands are your weapons. Cool, that was Reese. Let's take a look at Mrs. H. This is Mrs. H, and building her gave us another opportunity to use some of those redhead brick elements. The view from the front doesn't show a great deal of personality, but when you turn her to the side you get a good look at all that red hair. Although you couldn't really see this from the front, there is an absolute ton of detail in the hair. We've got various curves and cheese slopes making up a lot of texture. So overall I'm really pleased with the way this turned out, but we'll probably spend some more time on this making the body build more interesting. And that is the closest you'll ever get to seeing Mrs. H on camera. And last but not least, here's me. Okay, it doesn't really look like me. There just weren't enough bricks in the set to create my rippling muscles and my long flowing blonde hair. I also seem to be missing my amazing tan. Oh, who am I kidding? As you'd expect with a YouTuber, I go nowhere without my camera, and I've even got a stand for holding the camera when doing speed builds. The hair just about nails it, and this is my weekend look with the flowing locks. Although I am a little bit concerned about the big square on top of my head. I think I might have to have another go at that. I do get the impression my son didn't spend as much time on this as he did on his own brickhead, and I don't blame him. But hopefully you'll agree this does look a little bit like the avatar on my channel. So that was the Herbert family, and we really enjoyed bringing ourselves to life in brickhead form. Do you want to see something even more exciting? What's more exciting than celebrities? Yes, you can get really creative with these brickhead sets, and we've made some celebrity brickheads. From left to right we've got Freddie Mercury, Mr. T, and some politician guy who tweets too much. The Herbert family are really big fans of Queen. In fact, we've been to see them several times. But we really miss Freddie. We've recreated him wearing the legendary yellow jacket from the Magic Tour of 1986. This required quite a bit of use of parts from our own collection, so not everything you see here comes with the Go Brick Me set. The gold cup you see Freddie holding did come with this set, and that's a really nice element. So you could use that to recreate yourself winning the sport team final. We also used the microphone that comes with the Go Brick Me set, but we made a custom microphone stand. I would have liked to have got some more volume into the hair, but this didn't turn out too badly. What I'm particularly pleased about with this build is the moustache. I think that looks great, and you can see Freddie's trademark teeth poking out from underneath, and that's our tribute to the legendary Freddie Mercury. Next up we've got Donald J. Trump, which gave us an opportunity to use one of those darker skin tones. Not that I'm implying that DJT spends too much time on the golf course. He's dressed in his usual business suit and tie, and he's clutching his trusty cell phone so he can keep the world up to date with his latest ideas. And of course DJT wouldn't be DJT without that signature comb over haircut. He might also want to check out some sunscreen. And that's the irrepressible Donald J. Trump. And finally, if you ever watched TV on a Saturday evening in the 1980s, you'll know who this guy is. Yes, it's the amazing Mr. T, aka B.A. Baracus. Getting Mr. T's trademark mohawk haircut right was probably the easiest part of this build. It follows a basic design outlined in the instruction manual and makes use of cheese slopes and curves to make that signature mohawk. This was also a good excuse to try out some of the beard building techniques outlined in the instruction manual. Mr. T is well known for his love of gold. He's absolutely dripping in the stuff. Gold chains were a bit of a challenge for us to achieve on the Brickhead, but we did add some gold earrings, custom gold jewellery on the hands, and he is wearing a gold chain complete with medallion. That is a gold custom printed piece from a set that was out a few years ago. And if you recognise that and let me know in the comments below, I'll be very impressed. Mr. T is very well known for his catchphrases, so at risk of embarrassing myself, here goes. I ain't getting on no plane. I pity the fool. Shut up, fool. And from the Snickers commercial, quit your jibber jabber, you ain't hurt. And that, my friends, is why I make YouTube videos and don't appear on TV. And those were our celebrity brickheads, which were really good fun to make. So many LEGO sets these days are focused purely on making a pre-designed model, so Go Brick Me is a really refreshing change. Although it does give us loads of suggestions, it's your own creativity that makes this set really fun. And that's why this gets my top recommendation. Usually I build LEGO sets and then put them on a shelf for display, but I'm actually going to put this set in a box and use it for play. It's just such great fun building these custom brickheads. So that was set number 41597, Go Brick Me from LEGO Brickheadz. I really hope you enjoyed this unboxing, speed build and review video. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like down below and subscribe for more awesome LEGO content. I release 2 new LEGO review videos every single week, so you'll always find something new or something old to enjoy on my channel. Thanks a million for joining me today, stay safe, and we'll see you on the next build video.